Look, most students are literally throwing away easy marks on arithmetic series. But after watching this explainer, you absolutely won't be one of them. Welcome to a true insider masterclass on Cambridge Additional Mathematics, specifically syllabus code 0606. I'm going to show you exactly what principal examiners are actually looking for, taking all the guesswork right out of your prep. Think of this whole process as your master recipe for exam success. We're going to gather our math evidence like raw ingredients, do our analytical cooking, and plate it up perfectly for maximum marks. All right, let's dive into this.
So to figure out how to win, we kind of need to see how people usually mess up, right? Let's look at a real high-stakes Cambridge mathematics past paper question. Imagine two totally different students facing the exact same problem. First, meet Alex. Alex is what I like to call the data dumper. Alex just overloads the page with raw math facts and isolated numbers, entirely ignoring the analytical structure the question actually needs. Then we have Sam. Sam is the sprinter. Sam rushes straight to the finish line and completely misses the command word requirements. Both of them understand the basic math, yet both are throwing away precious, easy marks. Why? Well, because their ingredients are just scattered all over the kitchen. They don't have a structured strategy.
And here is our exact recipe for fixing that today. 1. Core principles. 2. The technical methodology. 3. Top examiner warnings. And finally, 4. Critical evaluation.
All right, starting off with Section 1, Core Principles. This is exactly what separates your average students from the top-tier candidates.
Every great chef needs their fundamental tools, right? And these arithmetic series formulas are yours. But listen, we aren't just memorizing random strings of letters here. Think of A as your core ingredient, that initial value you start your entire series with. And D, well, that's your flavor profile. It's the common difference that gives your series its consistent, predictable pattern. Now, for the sum of the first n terms, we actually have 2 recipe variations to choose from. It all depends on whether we know the final term L or just our base ingredients A and D. Top candidates don't just memorize this stuff. They really understand what every single variable represents, and more importantly, they connect these formulas to other areas of the 0606 syllabus, like coordinate geometry or even calculus.
So here's the real kicker. You absolutely must be able to transfer these concepts to completely unfamiliar contexts. The Cambridge syllabus explicitly states that top-performing students have to show connected, conceptual understanding. They really don't want you just plugging numbers into a formula like a robot. Examiners are going to throw a real-world scenario at you. Maybe it's a financial compound interest model or some physics application, and you need to look at it and say, this is literally just an arithmetic series in disguise. You've got to extract your A and D from a totally novel situation to get your kitchen prepped.
Top students structure their mathematics answers using what we call the PEEL framework: point, evidence, explanation, and link. Now, I've got a 30-second challenge for you. Can you spot which of our students from earlier, Alex or Sam, actually used this structure? While you think about that, subscribe to our YouTube channel Ace the Exams at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. Click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon right now. Okay, time's up. The answer? Literally neither of them. Both Alex and Sam completely failed to structure their mathematical logic.
Moving right along to Section 2, the technical methodology. This is your procedural framework for tackling complex past paper questions without breaking a single sweat.
Okay, this is the exact 5-step standardized sequence you have got to follow for every single multi-stage arithmetic series problem. This is how we map that PEEL framework directly into our math. Step 1, deconstruct the question. Underline those command words. Step 2, extract your relevant data. Explicitly write down your initial value A and your common difference D. Boom, that's your point and evidence. Step 3, select your analytical framework. You got to choose the correct sum formula. Step 4, execute with clear notation. Actually show the substitution. That right there is your explanation. And finally, Step 5, present with correct terminology. Finalize your answer with the right units, and that is your link. This is exactly how you plate your dish to absolutely guarantee those marks.
Let's actually put this into practice and watch a live transformation. Over on the left, we've got a sea of red marks. That's Alex's rushed facts and Sam's total lack of context. Now look at the right side. We've applied the 5-step methodology and that PEEL framework. And just like that, the red marks transform into beautiful green check marks. Notice how the new answer clearly states the given values as point and evidence? The step-by-step substitution into the formula acts as the explanation, and the clearly underlined final value answering the prompt, that's the link. It's just a perfectly organized, logical flow of mathematical thought. A perfectly plated equation.
Stop scrolling for just a second. Subscribe to our YouTube channel Ace the Exams at Ace the Exams IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. We've already helped thousands of students improve by 2 to 3 entire grade boundaries. Join them right now by hitting subscribe, turn on all your notifications, and alright, let's get back into the methodology.
Let's get into Section 3, Top Examiner Warnings. We're going to look at what examiners actively penalize and what they enthusiastically reward.
All right, let's test your observational skills with a quick 60-second data scan challenge. Looking at this data table, what is the core trend? Notice the jump from term 1 to term 2. The value goes from 5 up to 8, then from 8 up to 11. If you correctly identify that the initial ingredient A equals 5 and the common difference D equals 3, fantastic job. You've successfully extracted the exact data you need to start cooking.
But here's the thing. Extracting the data just isn't enough if you're making these critical errors in the kitchen. Here are the top 3 mistakes pulled verbatim from the principal examiner reports. Number 1, forgetting proper presentation format. Messy working out is literally going to cost your points. Number 2, failing to check specific terminology. Calling a series a sequence or vice versa just shows a lack of theoretical foundation. And number 3, providing answers that aren't specific to the context given. Like if the question asks for the sum of money saved over 12 months and your answer is just the raw number 450 without any currency symbol, you are just throwing away your presentation marks.
Okay, let's play Find the Flaw. Take a look at this student's answer. The sequence increases by 2. Sum is 50. So where exactly are they losing marks here? Well, first off, it lacks the correct terminology. We really should be stating that the common difference is 2 and labeling it mathematically as D equals 2. Second, there's absolutely zero analytical depth happening here. Where's the formula? Where's the substitution? This student is basically begging the examiner to give them a 0 for their method.
And honestly, that brings us to the most important slide in this entire explainer. Examiner alert, students lose marks by not showing working. Even if your final answer is wrong, method marks can save you. Guys, I cannot overstate this enough. The execution of your process is weighed incredibly heavily. If you make some tiny, silly calculator error right at the very end, but your algebra and your substitutions are perfectly laid out on the page, you're still going to secure the vast majority of the marks. Please, do not do the math in your head. Show your cooking. Let the examiner see every single step of your preparation.
Moving to our final section, Section 4, Critical Evaluation. This is how you elevate an average answer to absolute top-tier status. Evaluation is all about assessing the quality of evidence, questioning the assumptions of the mathematical model, and comparative analysis.
When you're faced with a high-mark comparative question, like maybe they ask you to choose between 2 completely different arithmetic progression models, you really need a critical analysis timeline. Minute 1, question the assumptions made by the model. Minute 2, consider different perspectives or alternative interpretations of the data you've got. Minute 3, justify your chosen comparison with hard mathematical evidence. Actually calculate both options. And Minute 4, draw firm conclusions about their relative importance. Use comparative connectives like, therefore, Model A is superior because.
When you finally combine the mathematical mechanics of arithmetic series with the Peel structure, our 5-step methodology, and this evaluative timeline, you hit exactly 100% of your mark potential. You are flawlessly applying both the mathematical principles and the presentation conventions that Cambridge literally demands. You've cooked and plated the perfect exam answer.
To wrap up our masterclass, here is your final cheat sheet. These are the 3 absolute non-negotiable rules that guarantee top marks on your 0606 exam. Rule 1, command word decoding. Always start by deconstructing what the examiner is actually asking you to do. Rule 2, Peel framework application. Structure your math logically using point, evidence, explanation, link. And Rule 3, time management matrix. Allocate your time based strictly on the marks available, making sure you always leave enough time to explicitly show your working out to secure those sweet method marks.
And hey, the proof really is in the results. Students who consistently implement these exact mathematics strategies see an average improvement of 2 whole grade boundaries. But that's only if they practice consistently with these weekly explainers. Because knowledge without application is really just trivia. You've got to take this methodology and actually apply it to past papers this week.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ace the Exams, at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. Drop a comment below right now with your target grade for mathematics and the absolute biggest challenge you're currently facing. Our team reads and responds to every single comment.
Before your next exam, I want you to ask yourself this. Are you just dumping raw data onto the page, or are you executing a proven strategy to plate up a mathematical masterpiece? The choice is entirely yours. Ace the exams. Your Cambridge success starts here.